All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. The day before the Super Bowl. Joe is shaking right now.
Let's go!
So yeah, he's a little excited for this. We're here to just share some thoughts, predictions, a little pre-Super Bowl episode, just to kind of get everybody focused on what's at hand. I'm sure a lot of you out there have been following sports, have been seeing everything. You know, our good friend Ben Pierce, even he posted a funny story the other day that was an ESPN stat that was based on the uniforms that the Patriots have worn, and it was apparently a big deal that they've decided to wear white.
Love it.
I
It's
thought
huge.
I thought that was kind of funny.
That was huge. I was thinking the same thing because, Super Bowl 42, Super Bowl 46, blue.
Well-
And then Super Bowl 49, white, wearing white. Let's go.
Well, the joke was that the colors are irrelevant to the ability.
That
they-
is so false. That
but-
is so false.
I don't know. Yeah, important stat. So, Joe, I'm sure you've got quite a bit to share. What do you think, man?
It's Super Bowl 2-week gap, which I don't like. I wish that, honestly, to be honest, I can't stand this 2-week gap. Make it 1 week.
Why?
I just don't want to wait 2 weeks. I'm having a heart attack
See,
every night.
That's exactly why they have the gap, because they want you to be itching for the game.
Come on. I just want to watch it. I want to watch my Tom throw touchdown after touchdown. I want to watch my Patriots win. And I can't predict it officially, but I can preface it by saying what I think should happen. But
I like it. I think 2 weeks is a perfect amount of time. Like 3 would be a little bit long, but 2 is nice because, it kind of, in a way, it adds a week onto the season. So it's like if you like football, you get a longer season. But it really makes you itching for the game, so you're really, you're excited.
I would not be any more excited. If the game was if the game was the Monday, obviously it could never be the day after the
Yeah, but
AFC
you're not a
Championship.
casual fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But so now we're getting people, you can get up and you can watch NFL Network and you can get ESPN and ESPN2 and Fox Sports 1. The best coverage will be right here, right now on the GTSN covering this game because we are fans. We are people who don't hate the Patriots, but I'm objective. But let me just say
I don't
this.
know if that's true, but
If anything, I always think the worst. So you're going to get an even more negative twist.
that is true.
But,
Some of your takes are controversial at times, but
okay,
continue.
I've been saying all this time the Falcons are a fraud team. And when I say a fraud team, it's different for each team. Like, obviously the Falcons are a decent team. They're a playoff team. When I say a fraud team, I'm talking a team who just doesn't have it to, win a Super Bowl. Like I was saying all last year, Carolina Panthers, fraud team. And the way I look at it is, and I can't officially pick the Patriots, but the Patriots should shred them. It should not even be a game. It should be 34-17 Pats. That's what it should be. That's not my official prediction because it'd be bad luck if I pick the Patriots. But it shouldn't be a contest. It really shouldn't be. Because you look at the Falcons' defense, and it's Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is a great defensive mind. He was the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks. But the thing is, their defense is too young. There's so many rookies. You have Keanu Neal, Deion Jones, Vic Beasley. Go down the list. You got Ricardo Allen. All these guys are so young. Devondre Campbell. Just so many young guys. And they're fast and athletic, but they're not ready for this yet. The Falcons have a great offense, but no team has ever won a Super Bowl while giving up, or either won it or even made it, giving up 400 points or more in an NFL in a year. The Falcons have.
Well, yeah, so you started off talking about the defense, and a lot of people jump to that right away, but I think a huge factor is just Super Bowl experience. What is it, 3 guys on the Falcons starting team have been to a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Something really ridiculous.
I know Dwight Freeney has, but I have their roster up. I'm trying to think. Matt Ryan obviously has, and Julio Jones, no. So, yeah.
That's a huge factor. And people usually just go, oh, the Patriots have a better defense. They both have good offenses. I remember the Bishop was like, oh, they have good special teams. Never really seen people analyze the special teams before.
But believe me, that's what the 2-week gap does. You analyze everything. And you know what I'm sick and tired of hearing about Roger Goodell? Roger Goodell, I don't care about him. Roger Goodell doesn't bother me. You know what Roger Goodell is? He is just a puppet. A puppet for the other owners in the NFL. If Jerry Jones...
All right, I don't disagree with you. I don't care about Roger Goodell either, but I can see why I care about what he's doing more than I care about the colors that the Patriots are wearing.
I disagree. The colors. I'd rather talk about the colors of the uniform than Roger bleeping Goodell. Because you know what? He's stupid. You know what he is? If Mara and Jones and the Rooneys and all these NFL owners said, you know what? Give it up. Let's not go after Tom Brady and the Patriots on Deflategate. Goodell would have been all right, fine. Goodell. Have you ever seen the show How I Met Your Mother?
No.
Well, Barney, he's Neil Patrick Harris's character. He's basically he has a boatload of money. He lives like very lavishly, has all these expensive suits, and they always say, "Barney, what do you do for work?" And he says, "Please." And it was like a recurring thing the entire show. And I'm getting
like a half joke, half serious kind of thing, or is it all like?
Well,
I don't get the context.
Well, apparently, "Please" was actually an acronym, and it was revealed in the final season what it actually meant, and it stands for provide legal exculpation and sign everything. So pretty much, all he had to do was just sign off on things. So if anything went wrong with the company, he would be accountable for it, and they would pay him boatloads of money to just be the fall guy if God forbid anything happened.
So basically, he's accountable, and like his name is tarnished, but not like it's not like he loses the money or anything like that.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
So you're saying like Goodell, his job is just to like
do whatever the owners want.
Take the crap that the league, basically take all the crap of the league.
Take the crap of the league, and we'll pay you $40 million a year. That's what Goodell is. So if the owner said we want this, Goodell says, all right, just give me my $40 million every year, and I'll do whatever you want. That's what Goodell is. He's just like a big. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Do not pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Goodell is just the face. And he's just the puppet, and all the owners, especially like the more prominent ones, are the ones pulling the strings. So I don't get mad at Goodell for Deflategate. I get mad at the owners who pushed him to do it. So I don't care about. For me, this game is okay. I've said this a lot. I'm 17. Chris, you're 18. Mm-hmm. Of course, we've been lucky as Patriots fans. But as long as
we were born into the Patriots' success, like literally.
Oh, wow. Gary Streisky just liked my tweet. He's the sideline reporter for the Red Sox who left.
Really?
He just liked my tweet. He's leaving us, and just thought I'd mention that literally as we speak. It's
okay. Cool.
3:03 on Saturday. But, anywho, back on track. What was I talking about?
How I'm 18, you're 17.
Oh, okay,
we
okay.
were born into the Patriots.
We were lucky. But keep in mind, we were about 2 or 3 when they won their first one. Then we were like 4, 5, 6 years old when they won.
I was 3, 01.
Yeah. So you look at it this way. We never got to really witness the 3 out of 4 Super Bowls. Basically, I think
2014 is, and I remember losing in 07.
That was my first Super.
That's like the only memory I have from the Patriots being in the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So kids like our generation, like I would say people born like 1995 and recently, like that, like people basically in high school and college now. Our memories are losing to the Giants in the Super Bowl, losing it to Denver in the AFC Championship game, losing to the Ravens.
Wait, was that the year that Denver got smacked by
Seattle?
The Seattle. That was awesome.
Yeah, and we lost 26-16 in the AFC Championship game that year. But the thing is, so for me, I want to see another ring. Like I'm not satisfied, but the way I look at it is, the New England Patriots have a chance to win 5 Super Bowls with the same coach and quarterback. That would be the greatest dynasty in sports history.
Dynasty.
In sports history. I mean, you might say Russell and the Celtics won 11 championships. What was it? 8 teams in the league.
But right, the NBA it's like notorious for like, you know how it's like, just the 2 sports in general. Like basketball is 5-on-5.
One player.
Small rosters. Football, you need a whole well-rounded team.
Yeah, because look at it this way. LeBron James, great player. He's going to go to 7 finals in a row this year. He's going to make it. I know Celtics are playing well.
That's insane.
I'm sorry. When you have a guy who you can pretty much pencil and say he is going to the finals every year for 10 years in a row, one player can do that in basketball.
In football, one player can make a difference, especially like a quarterback, but it's not the same.
Exactly. And so this is showing sustained success in 5 championships, 7 appearances, AFC Championship game 11 times. That is unparalleled by any dynasty in any sport. So that's what I'm looking at. I don't care. And plus, even for you people who are fascinated and enthralled, saying Brady's going to give Goodell the finger, Goodell's going to be squirming, giving Brady the MVP trophy.
I don't think Goodell's gonna really care.
No, he's like, all right, yeah, I kind of won because I make $40 million a year
to do nothing.
Exactly, and don't forget
to hand you this trophy.
and not to mention, I've been hearing theories that he probably wants the Patriots to win Goodell because the way he looks at it is he really pissed off Kraft, and Kraft is like one of the top 3 owners in the NFL. So he's like,
his job is like,
and his job is to make the owners happy. So pretty much, he can say, all right, I got the Patriots, I overpunished them, I punished them more than they should have been, so I made you guys happy, the rest of you 31 owners. Hey, Robert, I might have suspended your quarterback for 4 games, but
you did win the Super Bowl.
You still won the Super Bowl, so no harm, no foul. So in a way, I think Goodell might be hoping for the Patriots to win. But for all you people who say, oh, I want Goodell to be shaking in his boots when he gives Brady that trophy, like, you really think Tom Brady, after winning his 5th Super Bowl, is going to be concerned with saying, screw you, Goodell? No. He's probably not even going to be there. He wants to avoid all the controversy altogether. And he's going to say, you know what? I am the greatest quarterback of all time. I have 5 Super Bowls. If we're talking about this, the game still has to be won. So I think that's just bad karma, talking about what you're going to do once you win the Super Bowl MVP before you even... And the Patriots haven't been doing this. This is what the fans and the media have been saying. But let's say this does happen, which I think is likely. I think it's more probable than not that the Patriots will win. Doesn't mean it will happen. And I think if the Patriots do win, it's more probable than not that Brady's the MVP. So I'd say there's about a 30 to 40% chance that Brady is the Super Bowl MVP. Because I give the Patriots a 65% chance of winning, and I give Brady, if the Patriots do win, like a 75% chance of being MVP.
Is that AP stats right there?
Yeah, multiply like the 0.6 times the 0.7. I don't know. All right, I'm just giving you a random number. I'd say it's a 35% chance Brady's the MVP.
Sure.
So you take that. It's good odds. That's not great odds, but let's just say it happens. Brady's going to be, you know what? I just won my 5th Super Bowl. I won my 4th Super Bowl MVP. I don't care what this goon has to say. And you know what? I'm concerned about history. I'm concerned with saying, after all the heartbreak of being 8 years old and watching David Tyree make the helmet catch and Plaxico Burress isolated on 5'9" Ellis Hobbs and catching the ball in the end zone, after watching Brady get picked off by Marlon Jackson in the AFC Championship game, after watching the Jets, who the Patriots beat 45-3 in 2010, get smacked around on their home field after going 14-2 in the divisional round. After watching all this heartbreak, I get to say, I witnessed the Patriots, and as a fan, as a real fan, win 2 Super Bowls with Tom Brady. And that's it. And now I'd like to go into some game-like analysis, some matchups.
Sure.
The thing for me is, and they're talking about, how do you cover Julio Jones? Belichick has to take Julio Jones out of the game, take out their best receiver. But from what I hear, I think when Julio Jones has less than 50 yards receiving, the Falcons are 6-0, and when he has 99 yards or less, the Falcons are 6-1 or 7-1 or something.
So I guess it doesn't matter.
So honestly, they're saying,
or maybe his
when they become less, because they have so many weapons, when they become less reliant on that one guy, they're able to hit Sanu, Gabriel,
they start
Tevin
opening
Coleman,
up the offense to other
Devontae
offense.
Freeman.
And then that probably, honestly, when you take out Jones like that, they start using other guys.
Yeah.
Then you start to confuse defenses, and
exactly.
that can mess with people. So yeah.
And look at it this way, and I think
now, you heard about. I got an alert early in the week that was McCourty may just play cornerback on Jones. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's going to be helping out over the top. You're not going to have.
So he's not going to be a free safety as much as he's going to be more focused on that top side.
Yeah, what they're saying is and this is what they do a lot on. So they're saying put Eric Rowe on Julio Jones, our third corner, with McCourty helping.
The big guy, huge.
Well, he's our biggest corner.
The tall guy.
Yeah, he's 6'1", 6'2". Yeah. He's lanky, and he got beat so many times.
I know you're talking about.
Basically, if you watch the AFC Championship game, he was the guy who all the receivers dropped passes with. They always got so Rowe was always a few feet behind him, and the ball just went through their hands. But the balls might be going through Sammy Coates' hands and something Hamilton. Sammy Coates and something Hamilton for the Steelers. They're not going through Julio Jones' hands.
Yeah.
But basically what they're saying is, from a size and speed standpoint, have Eric Rowe on Julio Jones with McCourty helping, and then you put Butler. I would put Butler on Taylor Gabriel because even though Mohamed Sanu is their second receiver, he's still bigger. Where Taylor Gabriel's like 5'8", 160 pounds, super shifty, super fast. So you could put Butler and have him completely make Gabriel not a factor. You have Rowe and McCourty on Julio Jones, and Julio Jones is going to get his because I think he's the best receiver in football. But if you can hold him to even 8 catches, 90 yards, or 8 catches, 100 yards, that's not going to kill you. And then Sanu you put with Ryan. And I think that's the best way to do it. But honestly, I'd be more concerned with having guys in the box to try to stop Freeman and Coleman. And this is where I think the Jamie Collins trade could come back to bite us in the you-know-what.
Yeah.
Because Collins was an athletic freak, and for an outside linebacker, he was very good in coverage. And
he got a big contract, too.
He did.
Yeah.
And I'll get to something else later. Pretty much, I do not want to just see Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman running wheel routes past Kyle Van Noy. And it's going to be maddening. But one thing, you brought up Jamie Collins. And
his big deal.
yeah, and I think that, you know what that means is Dante Hightower's gone. And if they win the Super Bowl, I won't be as upset. But coming into the year, I remember on our first interview with Phil Perry, I said,
good times.
what is this is at the beginning of the year. I'm like, we already traded Chandler Jones. Out of our other 3 young stud defensive players, Butler, Hightower, and Collins, do you think the Patriots will be able to retain all of them? And he said yes. He said
he said yes, sure.
And Collins gone. Hightower, it wasn't on TV, but Ryan Hannibal, he covers the Patriots and Red Sox for WEEI. They were asking like Jamie Collins questions on, not Jamie Collins, Dante Hightower questions on Media Day, and they go, who's your favorite defensive player? And Dante Hightower goes, Jamie Collins.
Uh-oh.
And how did you feel when he was traded? I was pissed. So it makes you think like maybe, and you know the Patriots aren't going to give the most money. The Patriots never give the most money. They say we'll give you less money, but you'll be on the best organization with the best team and a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Best fans too.
And it works for guys like a Chris Long, for Darrelle Revis for that 1 year, for like older players.
Yeah, because they're like,
who
we have a shot at a ring,
and who already made their money.
Right.
But now
the Mark Recchi, as they call it, because Mark Recchi did that.
Oh yeah, the Bruins
in hockey. Yeah, when he got old, he went off to. Was it St. Louis? I think it was.
I don't
St.
know
Louis.
hockey. So.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I remember he in his like retiring year, he spent many years with the Penguins. Then he went to the Bruins, and his last year he went to I think it was the Blues and came very close or won a ring.
But now we're like going back to like Hightower.
Right.
He is.
If he wins this, if he gets
he's
the ring,
26, 27.
Right.
He already won one. Let's say, all right, you're a 2-time Super Bowl champion. You haven't made a lot of money. Like you made a good amount. Like you made $7 million this year, but you have a chance to make 50, 60 million. Why do I have to stay here? Why do I stay here for $9 million a year when I can make 13, 14 million elsewhere? I already have my rings. I'm 26. The NFL, how many chances do you really get at making a lot of money? You don't. So he's all but gone. Logan Ryan's going to be making 10, 11 million a year. See ya. Logan Ryan's going to be gone. You have so many free agents, but you know what? This is why I say, Patriots fans, and I said this at the beginning of this year, this is the Patriots' last best shot to win a Super Bowl. And what I mean by that is they're still going to be title contenders for the next 2-3 years. But this is, I think, the last year where you can say the Patriots are definitive favorites.
Especially when you lose, you have the risk of losing big guys.
Like
defensive players.
Yeah. We already lost Chandler Jones in the offseason. We traded Jamie Collins. Hightower's going to be gone. Ryan's going to be gone. Deron Harmon's going to be gone. Jabal Sheard's probably going to be gone.
And we've been lucky because
Bennett's going to be gone.
Tom Brady hasn't deteriorated. He hasn't.
I know.
And that's an amazing thing.
I'm doing the sign of the cross as we speak. Please, dear God, don't let Tom Brady.
If some players just don't last in the league as long as others, and had Brady not played the way he's been, consistently throughout his career, who knows what we look like.
Look at Peyton Manning last year, 9 touchdowns to 17 interceptions at 39 years old.
Right.
And Brady, 28 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. So thank God we have Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. at quarterback. But and then you look on offense. If we had Gronk, people are just discounting everyone's talking about how the Patriots are shoo-ins to win, and I'm kind of following this just because it's not the fact that I have so much confidence in the Patriots. It's the fact that I just don't have a lot of confidence in Atlanta. But there's still a chance that they can win. But
Oh, by the way, I was wrong about Recky. It was a different guy, but I'm not gonna remember it right now. But go ahead.
was it Yarmir Yager? Was it?
Yager floated around for a while, but I don't think he did what he did to go for like a ring. It was guys who played on crap teams like their whole career, and then their last year they went to somewhere else.
All right. Yeah, I don't know much about hockey, but
It's definitely like it's something named after somebody. Like you play on your whole career for a garbage organization, then like when your contract dies, you instead of just retiring, you sign a contract with like the best team in the league.
Carl Malone did that, and Gary Payton did.
You don't play very often. You get a ring and then you retire.
Yeah, Carl Malone did that with the Lakers. He never won one, but that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah. I can't.
Ray Allen did it with the Heat. He already won one with the Celtics, but he won another one. He went with the Heat.
And LeBron in a way did that because he went to the Heat, then he went back.
But LeBron,
he wasn't.
LeBron was in his prime.
Yeah, he wasn't at the deteriorating at the end of his career.
He was entering his prime.
Yeah, it's kind of like a combination of you wanting to just get a championship more than you care where you play and not being good anymore.
Professor just said LeBron did not want to pay taxes in Florida, which is very, very true. It is. And then looking at the Patriots matchup, the way I look at it on offense is you got to take the Atlanta Falcons. You can't blitz Brady because if you blitz Brady, he's going to pick you apart. And the Falcons defense kind of reminds me of a worse version of the Steelers defense because you have fast, big, like not big, but like fast, athletic guys who kind of lack size, like a Bud Dupree, a Ryan Shazier. Like you have that with your Keanu Neals, your Deion Jones, you guys like that. And the Falcons secondary is atrocious. It's probably the worst secondary to be in the Super Bowl since the 2011 Patriots. And at the beginning of the year, Desmond Trufant, their best cornerback, he's out. So you look at that, like I just don't see how this Falcons defense can stop Tom Brady. Like who's going to cover Edelman? Who's going to cover Bennett? Like Bennett's not Rob Gronkowski because no one's Rob Gronkowski, but Martellus Bennett is still a top 5 to 7 tight end in football, and he's gonna be a difficult guy to match up with. And I mean, you have the guys running, and what Dan Quinn tried to do in Atlanta was try to replicate the Seahawks defense, but 21, 22-year-old guys like that, like Vic Beasley's great, but he has had he's kind of disappeared in the postseason. He's not Michael Bennett, but you don't also have a Cliff Averill on the other side of the line. You don't have, if you go back a few years, like they had Browner, who was their cornerback. They obviously had Sherman, but you have Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, and Keanu Neal's kind of like their Earl Thomas, but he's not Earl Thomas. They don't have the Jeremy Lane. They don't have a Byron Maxwell. They don't have all these great guys. And then in the middle, like your linebackers, they don't have a Bobby Wagner. They don't have KJ Wright and Bruce Irvin. They don't have all these great players on all three like parts of their defense, like linebacker, secondary. Like they have a few good guys, and in a few years, Atlanta's defense will be very good because I think they invested a lot of first-round picks in their defense. And Vic Beasley will be older, Neal will be older, Jones will be older. Like all these guys will be older and have more experience. But right now, as we speak, the Falcons are a few years away. They took advantage of a deteriorated Seahawks team at home. They took advantage of a Packers team who was not a great team, who has just had a great quarterback who was very hot and was able to kind of mask their deficiencies. And they're not playing at home anymore. They're playing in a dome, which bodes well for them. But they're still not in Atlanta where they pump in the crowd noise. So the Patriots should win, and it should be 34-17.
34-17, huh?
But my official pick will be 31-30 Falcons because it's bad luck to pick the Patriots officially.
Okay. I was going to you just kind of ruined my idea. I was going to say, what would your score prediction be, but don't say who you think's going to win. And that would have been kind of cool, but you kind of hinted it earlier. I think I've kind of hidden who I think is going to win, so I'm going to toss my prediction up.
Chris Schwarze prediction.
27-22.
Ooh.
It's a little bold, but hey, and I'm not going to reveal who I think will be on top. I think that does it for today.
I just want to say Super Bowl MVP. I said it last time. It's either going to be Brady
and
or Devin McCourty.
I still think LeGarrett's going to show up. I still think he's going to have a good game.
Okay.
All right, that'll do it. Thanks. Tune in next time. We'll have a lot to talk about.
Hopefully we'll be happy.